Right, I'll be in focus. I'll be in the center. That'll do. Right, what is crack, my friend? I hope you're having a great day today. I just wanted to sit down with you because I wanted to share with you a side of me that I've never really shared elsewhere or presented myself in this kind of way, particularly like not even with close friends or family, because this is really something that I struggled with for so long. And with that said, because like again, this is a side of me I've never really shared, of kind of how I may have thought or felt about myself back in the past. I wanted to see if this resonated with you at all. So let's just dive right into it. So pretty much at the time it was around winter season 2017. I can't remember the specific date, but what I do remember is the one moment that really changed everything for me and sparked my interest and my passion for bodyweight training and calisthenics. So in short, this one event, it was a late night, a late evening. I was in my local gym, and this was pretty much like in the local gym itself. It was like number one in the area. So as you can imagine, obviously when people finishing with school, finishing with work, pretty much waiting for machines, waiting for squat racks, waiting for everything took a good at least quarter of an hour. Seriously, it was packed. And so it was almost like the gym became a battlefield for everyone, fighting for all the dumbbells and everything they wanted to use. And so with that said, obviously not only did I get very frustrated with that, but the thing that really frustrated me is, like, at that time, obviously my fitness journey actually began like almost 2 years before, so in January 2016, and I was always frustrated with myself. I was so anxious like almost every day because pretty much I had that lean, muscular, defined body that I was looking to achieve, that was strong, and not only strong external, like I don't know if you can say externally, but not only like look strong, but here was strong. I'm talking about confidence here. Confidence was the biggest thing I was always looking for, because obviously growing up being like a weak, skinny, insecure guy, no matter how hard I tried in the gym, these types of results, I just wasn't gaining them. And the more I tried, like literally how much effort I was damn pouring in on a weekly basis, I really would always just have those weird doubts about myself, which I'll go into later. And so going back to the gym, I had just finished with some machine work, some dumbbell exercises, all that good stuff. Picked up my gallon of water, picked up my phone, and pretty much I want you to it makes me smile every time, man, because this moment is why I'm here talking to you today. I want you to visualize right now, like I was on one side of the gym floor, right, and I wanted to use the pull-up bar because I wasn't very good at pull-ups, and I wanted to do some pull-up progressions. And I realized before that that pull-up bar was free, so I was like, right, Jake, you gotta whiz over there before someone takes it. And so as I actually like turned around in the corner, I actually stopped for a moment, and my eyes like beamed in kind of like curiosity, I guess you could say, because the pull-up bar was taken. But the thing like that was I guess you could say special about the occupation of this pull-up bar was that this man on this pull-up bar was demonstrating a feat of strength that I'd never seen before. In fact, it was a feat of strength that no one in the gym had ever seen before. And literally, it was almost like the gym, everybody just fell in silence, and like all the lights in the gym floor just like dazzled down at this one man. And pretty much what he was doing is, like, the first thing he was doing is that he was pulling up to the bar over and then pressing, like actually pushing his body weight away from the bar. This is known as a bar muscle up. And like the crazy thing with this is, like, obviously, like I knew, like, damn, like this man is strong. And the thing was that he made it look so easy and effortless. And as the term, the definition of calisthenics, of course, is a Greek term for beauty and strength. And you know, it was beautiful watching this man like demonstrating his feat of strength. That was just insane. Like I remember the people on one side of me, like they were doing like their dumbbell bench pressing together, and they dropped it and they're like, yo, like this man is insane. Like, this is insane. So as he, you know, just casually brushed himself off after getting off the pull-up bar, he then went on the floor and started doing push-ups on one arm. And I was like, yo, no. I was like, this is mental. This is insane. And the thing is with this guy as well is that he wasn't necessarily the biggest in terms of muscle size, but you know, he had like a lean, muscular and defined body that was clearly very confident in his own skin. And that's where literally, like, I want you to look right now, this is literally where a light bulb like just shone on top of my head. I was like, yo, this is it. This is like almost 2 years of trial and error. Like, this is what I've been looking for. Because again, like at the time, I was just going throughout my day, and this is like the side of me that I've never really shared with anyone, is I honestly just felt worthless and almost anxious and disappointed in myself, because no matter how hard I was trying, like I just wasn't seeing the results I desired. And at that time as well, I did have an old fitness page, old YouTube channel, old Instagram page, and obviously, as you can tell, or as you can imagine from a guy posting fitness related content on social media at school, I got made fun of a lot. I actually laugh at that, but obviously, as you can imagine, the fact that I was very insecure with how I felt and looked in the first place, it really did like literally tarnish my self-esteem. And that's where I really felt like just quitting, calling it quits, because it really, this kind of sense of frustration and insecurity, it carried over to all areas of my life. Like from there, like I wasn't doing that great at school, going below my targets, and then pretty much from there, when obviously I was going through that, and then I saw this man demonstrate a feat of strength that was actually absolutely insane. I was like, you know, what have I got to lose from trying this myself? And obviously, as I then did some due diligence, I literally rushed home and I was thinking like, what is this? What is this sorcery that this man was doing in the gym? And obviously I came that it was bodyweight training and calisthenics, and that's where I just committed to it. I literally didn't think twice, I just committed to it. And when I began my calisthenics journey in 2018, I made a new YouTube channel, which is also known as JG Calisthenics, new Instagram page, and I just committed to this man. At the time I sucked at pull-ups and push-ups, and so I was thinking to myself like, what am I doing, man? But like, I thought, why not? Why not give this a go? And I started teaching calisthenics body training on this YouTube channel and Instagram as I was making progress myself. And you know, the results, like they literally blew me away. Like for literally months on end, I couldn't, I just sucked at pull-ups and chin-ups, always plateaued on them. But like this time, as I was literally working out in the comfort of my own home with literally just a pull-up bar and my own body weight as equipment, without going to an overcrowded gym, again, the results were just like mind-blowing. Like my lats widened from all the pull-ups and chin-ups I was doing. My chest and shoulders, not only did my shoulders broaden, but it was like my body kind of thickened in muscle density, if that makes sense, from like, again, the pushing strength or the push-up and pipe push-up variations I was doing. And then my midsection, man, oh my days. Like I remember when I used to do like all the bulking and cutting in the gym, like no matter what, I always just had this like stubborn layer of fat around my lower midsection. But when I actually did calisthenics, I did kind of manipulate my nutrition a bit in a way, but like, man, all those hanging knee raises just went straight to my abs. And that's why I was just like, yo, like, not only do I actually have visible abs, like, they're popping. And with all of that said, I'll never forget the night where, before I went to bed, I actually looked at myself in the mirror and I stopped for a second. I was like, hang on for a minute. I was like, instead of being, you know, frustrated, feeling worthless, I was like, yo, you're actually looking pretty good, Jake. And but I literally just said that to myself. I had this like rush of endomorphines. Are they called endomorphines? Pretty much, I just felt so happy, man. I felt so happy with myself. I felt so proud, and most importantly, I'd never been so confident in my life. And that's probably the best night's sleep I'd ever had after that. But with that said, like with the whole progress that I've made, what's really been fulfilling to me is I've always had the strongest of desires to help people with their fitness journeys. And because I found that one thing that I was seriously passionate about, that's where, you know, with my social media, I was no longer the only guy actually watching my videos and my Instagram posts. Like, this is where people were like, yo, Jake, like, freaking love your videos, man. It's like from your pull-up series, I couldn't do a single pull-up before. Now I can do like more than 10. A guy watched literally my 10-minute nutrition video and ended up losing 20 pounds from that advice alone. And you know, I felt awesome, man. I felt like I've never been so confident in my life before, and it took literally all these months of trial and error to really see the results. You know, that lean, muscular, defined, confident body that I was starting to gain, so I could then carry that knowledge over to everybody else, right? And obviously, after 5 months of purely bodyweight training at the time, I then posted my 5-month bodyweight calisthenics transformation, which to this day, it's been about a year now since I posted that. That has been viewed over 340,000 times. And you know, with that said, like that video alone has literally inspired thousands of people to start working out and begin their calisthenics journey, which, you know, it's really been mind-blowing to me. And obviously, not only that, I then launched my online coaching business and my online coaching program in October 2018, where I guide people, I guide men one-on-one to, you know, really sculpting that lean, muscular, defined, and confident body that they desire. And like the point I'm kind of getting at here, because I've really been talking for quite a while now, is, you know, I actually feel like I have a clear vision and purpose in my life now. As in, like, my why is because I want to live my best life by guiding others and showing them how they can do the same themselves. And the point I'm getting at, the reason why I'm explaining this to you is that, you know, on social media, myself included, you know, we tend to only see the highs. You know, we tend to only showcase, you know, the sunshine, the rainbows, the pretty unicorns, but we don't really talk much about the lows. And for me in particular, this, you know, the sunshine, the rainbows, the unicorns, it wasn't like this. It was never like this for a very long time. And you know, I still have those times where I doubt myself, I may feel low. And that's the point I'm getting at, is that lows are inevitable in life. Like, we're human beings, and I find that particularly with your fitness journey and calisthenics, I find that, you know, we can get so overwhelmed by comparing ourselves to others. But you know, at the end of the day, my friend, we've all got to start somewhere. And I find that when you really shift your focus to, instead of seeing what everyone else is doing, you look at where you specifically are right now and where you want to go. That's where, like, your progress is just going to skyrocket, my friend. And man, like, I want you to know that there is hope, my friend. You know, I find that for me particularly, I almost saw failure as not temporary. Sorry, I saw failure as permanent. I thought, like, I just beat myself down, which just made me more frustrated about myself. But when I really shifted my mindset, when I started reading a lot of self-help books, self-development books, and that, one book really shifted my mindset of seeing failure as feedback, right? So I found that through my process of trial and error, I really saw them all as stepping stones and learning opportunities to get to where it was I really wanted to go and I desired, and really seek out my true passion in calisthenics and bodyweight training. And so if it wasn't for all those failures before, I wouldn't have discovered bodyweight training and calisthenics. The same with your progress, is that every time something may not go to plan, you simply learned that, you know, you've obviously learned to not do that again, but now you have a clearer understanding and clarity of, you know, what works instead, so you can gain, you know, the physique and the confidence you desire. And so, man, like, honestly, man, if you are still watching this, I really want to say that I appreciate your support and willingness to actually listen to my story, because again, I've never really presented myself or opened myself up in this kind of way before. And you know what I'm really curious to know is that, you know, if this resonates with you, then by all means message me, DM me, or even comment it down below, because, you know, together as a crew member of the Gain Strength Express, we're all in this together as one happy, positive, rapidly growing community and family. So yeah, man, again, thank you for taking the time to listen to my story, and as always, keep moving forward.